Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Final notice. No, not for that past due BG&E bill. We are taking the rest of the week off because my kiddo is getting married, so there will not be a DNB the rest of the week, but we will be back on Monday morning. If you're not subscribed to our daily newsletter, now is a good time because it brings you all of the relevant local news to your email inbox every night at 7 p.m. The link is right here in the show notes for you. Anyhow, here is your OMG fact. The average person flexes the joints in their fingers 24 million times in their lifetime. And I kind of wonder how many times the average person may crack their knuckles in their lifetime. All right, we have some news, so shall we? The Annapolis police are investigating a shooting that injured two men in the 700 block of Newtown Drive on Saturday around 9:20 p.m. Officers responding to reports of gunfire found both victims in a parking lot with injuries what they say were consistent with gunshot wounds. They were flown by helicopter to an area trauma hospital. Their conditions were not immediately released, and detectives remained on the scene throughout the night to process evidence and interview witnesses. No suspect information or motive has been released. Anybody with any information, security video, or tips from the area is urged to contact the Annapolis Police Department to assist in the investigation. The Maryland Natural Resources Police are investigating after a 51-year-old Annapolis man was recovered from Duval Creek near Hillsmere Shores kayak launch at around 10 a.m. on Sunday. Anne Arundel County Fire Department personnel did recover the man. His backpack and personal items were found on the shoreline. Authorities have not released his name pending notification of next of kin. The circumstances do remain unclear. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner in Baltimore will conduct an autopsy, including an estimate of how long he may have been in the water. Investigators do not believe he was kayaking at the time of his death, and anybody who saw any activity at the kayak launch between Saturday night and Sunday morning is asked to contact the Natural Resources Police at 410-260-8888. Baltimore Gas and Electric asked customers to conserve electricity after a power plant serving BGE experienced a, quote, unplanned disconnection from the BGE system yesterday morning. We later learned that a transmission equipment issue caused it. BGE coordinated with the plant's owner on repairs while grid operator PJM Interconnection evaluated regional supply. To reduce the strain, BGE activated emergency peak rewards air conditioning cycling up to enrolled levels of 50, 75, and 100%, which could not be overridden. Ultimately, PJM directed BGE to interrupt service for roughly 4,000 customers in Howard County for about 30 minutes around 4 p.m. to prevent any broader impacts. Those measures have since been lifted. BGE emphasized that this was not a resource adequacy problem, but a transmission constraint, and does not anticipate any additional related outages. Boy, I tell you, this was my whoa email from yesterday. Alice Estrada announced that she is going to be stepping down as president and CEO of the Annapolis Maritime Museum and Park after 12 and a half years, capping a period of substantial growth. In a letter to supporters, she thanked the members, the donors, the volunteers, the staff, and the board, and said that the museum is well positioned to expand its impact. Highlights of her tenure include more than $5 million in capital projects, a doubled footprint including a 12-acre park and the 75-foot skipjack Wilma Lee, and education programs that grew from 2,000 to more than 12,000 students annually, along with top nonprofit ratings for transparency and performance. She left off countless floods and cleanups. Estrada did not specify a transition date, and we do not know of a successor, but we do know that there's going to be some pretty big flip-flops to fill. And as we start to close, today is Ticket Tuesday, and Ram's Head on Stage has hooked us up once again. I have a pair of tickets to see the Wood Brothers tonight at Maryland Hall, and also the Adam Ezra Group on the 17th. If you'd like to go, let me know, and I may hook you up. But you do want to check out ramsheadonstage.com for all of the other great shows that are coming up, and also that Annapolis Songwriters Festival, which is coming up in September. Okay, that is a wrap, but first a quick thank you to you for listening, sharing, and letting all your friends and colleagues know about us, and to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Fish for a Cure, a new one, Interim Health of Annapolis, and the Annapolis Power and Sailboat Shows. Now hang tight, we have your local Anne Arundel County weather coming right up in about a minute, along with story time from the Chesapeake Crossroads Heritage Area.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Well, good morning. We have a classic mid-August setup, plenty of sun, warm afternoons, and that familiar Chesapeake humidity thing hanging around. Today will be mostly sunny and uncomfortably humid with highs near the mid-80s. Light breezes off the bay won't do much for the mugginess. Tonight stays warm and sticky with lows in the mid-70s under mostly clear skies. Tomorrow brings very humid conditions again with a mix of sun and clouds. A spotty afternoon or evening thunderstorm is possible, but most of the day does stay dry with highs in the low to mid-80s. Overnight, look for partly cloudy skies and lows in the low to mid-70s. Thursday keeps the humidity in place with intervals of sun and cloud. A stray thunderstorm can't be ruled out in the afternoon. Otherwise, it's quiet with highs in the mid-80s. Thursday night remains warm and muggy, settling into the mid-70s. Looking ahead, Friday is sunny and humid near in the upper 80s. Saturday stays mostly sunny and humid in the mid to upper 80s. And Sunday repeats that theme with sunshine and highs pushing the upper 80s once again. Nights through the weekend run in the low to mid-70s. That's the forecast. Keep that water bottle handy and the afternoon plans flexible just in case a cell drifts by. Remember, no DNB for the rest of the week, so you're on your own. I'll be back on Monday.
Ahoy, captains and anglers. What better way to spend a day on the Chesapeake Bay than by fishing and fundraising for a cure? Join us for the 19th annual Fish for a Cure tournament, Paul C. Detter's Captain's Challenge and Shore Party, Saturday, November 1st at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Fish for a Cure supports Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. Event proceeds directly support the Cancer Survivorship Program for patients recovering from all types of cancers. Gather your crew and register your boat today at fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org.
Today, we're continuing with story time, courtesy of the Chesapeake Crossroads Heritage Area, which has a ton of great ideas to really dig deep into our wonderful Anne Arundel County. You can check it all out at chesapeakecrossroads.org, but you want to gather around for today's story. Today's story is about connecting with our, let's say, roots. 49 years ago this week, Alex Haley published Roots, the Saga of an American Family, the story of Kunta Kinte, a 17-year-old taken from the Gambia, and 7 generations of his descendants here in America. The book and the 1977 TV miniseries it inspired shifted how the country talked about slavery by centering the voices on the enslaved. That miniseries reached roughly 3 out of 4 American TV households, an audience you will not see anymore. Haley's final chapter pulls back the curtain on his process, archives, libraries, and family and oral history woven together. That approach helped to launch a nationwide surge of interest in genealogy and in documenting stories that never made it into official records. Right here in Annapolis, you can stand in that story at the Alex Haley Memorial at City Dock. Created with the Kunta Kinte Alex Haley Foundation, their mission is simple and vital: celebrate diversity, preserve heritage, and encourage all of us to look for our own roots. Right beside that statue is a 14-foot compass rose set in multicolored granite oriented to true north with Annapolis at the center. Stand on that center point and you can face the homeland of your ancestors. It's a quiet reminder that this waterfront connects us to the wider world. If you want to go deeper locally, put these on your list. The Kunta Kinte Heritage Festival returns on Saturday, September 13th at the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Historic London Town and Gardens is a UNESCO Site of Memory tied to the Slave Route Project. The Banneker Douglas Tubman Museum is Maryland's official museum of African American heritage. The Wiley H. Bates Legacy Center preserves the history of Annapolis's only high school for black students during segregation. And the Maryland State Archives offer extensive legacy of slavery in Maryland resources, all online. That's some food for thought on your roots, past and present, meeting right here on our own city dock. You're going to find more information and summer adventures at ChesapeakeCrossroads.org. And if you're interested to learn more about your roots, you want to check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon today for a much deeper look at those roots. And if you're ready to really make history part of your summer, check out the Historic Summer Bucket List Challenge from Chesapeake Crossroads Heritage Area. More than 60 sites, one challenge card, lots of stories waiting to be rediscovered. Get all the details at ChesapeakeCrossroads.org.
When someone you love needs care at home, you want more than just help. You want trusted support from people who truly care. That's where Interim Healthcare of Annapolis comes in. Locally owned and serving seniors in Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Charles, Prince George's, and Queen Anne's counties. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis offers personalized in-home care that's flexible, reliable, and compassionate. From Alzheimer's and dementia care to assistance with bathing, dressing, fall prevention, transportation to appointments, and even 24-hour care. Interim of Annapolis also offers respite care to give family caregivers a much-needed break. With Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, you get the backing of a trusted national network and the heart of a hometown provider. Call Art Dandridge at 443-808-1003 or visit interim.com/Annapolis to learn more. That's interim.com/Annapolis. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis. Personalized service at home, peace of mind, and always there when you need care. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.